Do you want to take Spanish classes?
Curious about my culture.
Definitely radio.
Because I actually purposely break it apart.
I don't like the swang.
Swang?
Prepare to lose all lifelong friendships forever.
Miss Karen wants to know, from Mom on a Journey, do you mind being in a country where you don't understand the language?
Depends on how much, I don't understand Spanish, but I have a basic, I can tell, but I can't tell. I get the gist.
I'm Perfect, Allie, and Pam all asked where Alex's favorite place was so far. He's taken a bath, but I think he can answer this real quick.
Just for the sheer amount of time we lived in Florida, I was able to make a lot of friends and such.
So
And explore a lot, so I really liked that.
Belltown Daisy wants to know if you are going to be taking Spanish classes.
My mom might make me.
Do you want to take Spanish classes?
Not really.
The difficult part is finding a Spanish teacher that says they're comfortable with kids. I found a couple in San Cris, we'll see how they work out. So a subscriber named Maybe wants to know what your educational focus is right now.
Video games.
You also do what I like to call the school of YouTube, where you watch YouTube videos and channels.
There are these just random channels that say random facts and such.
What was the last thing you learned on YouTube?
I learned about the Nazi symbol actually meaning peace, but then the Nazis used it, and now people think of Nazis. The symbol isn't bad. People aren't scared of it, but then it's associated with things like Nazis.
So now it's a negative symbol. He's interested in history, but more like quick history. So will he watch an hour-long documentary on any topic? Probably no. But will he watch several short YouTube videos on a subject? Yes. Okay, so I'm Perfect and Aunt Marge wants to know what country...
Wait, what? Aunt Marge?
Aunt Marge and a YouTuber called I'm Perfect wants to know what country do you want to visit next?
Japan. Why did I say it like Japan?
Why Japan?
Because I like Japan.
But you've never been. How do you know you like Japan?
Because I'm part Japanese and I'm curious what it's like. Curious about my culture.
So Miss Chris wants to know what your favorite form of transportation is.
I don't know.
I prefer walking, assuming it's not super hot like Merida was, because you can see things, you can learn about the city, you can find stuff out, see what stores and what resources are available near you, and it's just fun. It's just cool. Also, San Cris, so many murals.
It is kind of cool.
Flying versus taking a bus.
I don't have that big of an opinion. In both, I just sit down and listen to music and do nothing.
So ADO bus versus the second class buses. Do you remember the second class buses?
Definitely radio.
Second class buses, much cheaper, many more stops than an ADO bus, and you're not guaranteed a seat. So an ADO bus, you're guaranteed a seat. Second class bus, you might be standing, kind of like a city bus.
Not that bad.
Taxi versus Uber, in-driver.
They're all about the same thing.
I prefer Uber because I can schedule it, like I can stay wherever I want to stand, whereas a taxi, I have to find a taxi sometimes. So generally you're okay with any form of travel?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite travel memory?
Not really.
Do they all blur together?
Yeah, I guess.
Like if I prompt you, you'll probably remember, but just off the top of your head.
Maybe.
All right, so Miss Celine wants to know, what is your favorite thing about going to a new place?
Like a completely new place, like a new country or a new...
Either one.
I like new houses because they're not super messy when we first go.
So you just like the clean, new environment?
I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like the new food. Not all the time, but usually that would be one of my favorite things because food is good.
All right, so Miss Wendy, do you remember her? She had 2 sons?
Yeah.
She wants to know your favorite food and your least favorite food.
Empanadas are good.
What's
Yeah.
your least favorite?
I don't have them.
Anything they stick mayonnaise on?
Yes.
Glow R asks, she she has a kid that also likes Legos, and he's got scenes. You know what I'm saying? When you put a thing together and there's like scenes.
like things.
His main concern about moving is that the scenes and his constructions will get destroyed. How do you handle moving with Legos? Like, do you worry that they'll be taken apart during the travel?
I mean, I'm relatively good at putting things back together, so I don't worry that much, but I try to find what I do is I actually purposely break it apart so that I'll know exactly what to put back together so that it'll be fine, but it's broken apart on purpose so that I can put it back together in a way that won't destroy it or whatever.
Got it. You break it apart in an easy way to where you can pack it. Well, how do you actually pack it? Like, what do you put it in?
Whatever bag I can find. Now, actually, I don't usually have permanent builds. I'm not a permanent builder most of the time. So usually I'm comfortable with destroying things. So usually I just shove it in the Ziploc bags or whatever.
Gallon-sized Ziploc bags,
Yeah.
usually?
Yeah.
Do you prefer sleeping in a hammock or a bed?
Bed.
Why?
I don't like the swaying.
Swaying?
Like, it
That it
sometimes
moves?
like sways. Yeah. It makes it harder to sleep. Sometimes it makes me slightly nauseous. When I'm trying to relax, I want to be motionless.
And Janita was the one asking about the hammock versus mattress question. If you have not seen my video with Janita, you need to.
Safety is really,
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I mean, anybody really can book travel.
Because she is all things travel. Your cousin Carly wants to know if you ever want to stop moving.
Maybe. I would travel every now and then, but I think mostly I would want to stay still.
Which is why we slow travel.
Yeah. I know how to build most of these things already.
Deborah wants to know, what are your best tips for kids that are new to travel? Like they've never traveled before and their mom is like, hey, we're going to Mexico. What are your tips for that kid who's never traveled?
Prepare to lose all lifelong friendships forever. That's depressing.
So how do you deal with the losing of friends when you travel?
Well, now that I have a phone, I can get their numbers, so. Yeah, get a phone, then learn to start putting in phone numbers or stuff if you want to know these people for a long time or want to be their friends for long, and like, if you have a phone.
And you had a phone when we started RV life, so
that was helpful.
yeah.
If you're going to other countries, learn to say without blah 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 blah. Because that's what I did, because I'm a picky eater.
You didn't used to be a picky eater in the US.
Well, that's because I was used to everything. I already knew all the foods.
How do you make new friends in a new country?
Like, my mom has been in a bunch of like friend groups. She makes friends with those people.
So it's mostly your mom
Yeah.
finding other kids for you to play with, and
Yes. Thank you, mother.
then what are mandatory items to bring with you when you travel?
Legos. My phone, obviously. My laptop, my dog stuff.
Where are most of your Legos?
At my grandpa's house.
How many Legos do you think you have here in San Cris? Well, if you were to put it in Ziploc, all of it in a Ziploc bag, how many Ziploc bags do you think?
So like 4, I guess.
You think 4? Not including the base plates?
Yeah.
Okay, so Aunt Erica asks,
Yay, another one of my family members.
do you prefer travel life or did you prefer it when you didn't move?
I like being friends with people. Like,
So that means you prefer stable life or are you okay with the slow travel life? Like, which do you prefer?
I'm okay with this.
Would you prefer, so one, slightly trick question, because Alex has never had a traditional, stable, like never move lifestyle. He's moved technically at 4 months. When he was 2, when he was 4, we
I
moved.
move a lot.
When he was almost 6, he moved again. And then 9 was when we started full-time, like I was retired travel. So he's never quite, but the closest would definitely be Florida, where we lived for almost 4 years.
That was a nice 4 years.
Yeah. So, but you think you prefer the Florida lifestyle vice the moving whenever lifestyle?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lucy from Bonita Merida Tours, if you are in Merida, you need to connect with her.
Like from the cathedral to the other side?
Tea was nice.
She is curious if Alex prefers panuchos or tayudas.
I have not yet had tayudas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're ashamed to say we have no memory of ever having a tayuda, so we're gonna go get some right now. We definitely remember panuchos. We had them multiple times, and you can also get those in San Cris, and panuchos are amazing. So it's pronounced clayuta? Clayuta. Definitely a K sound, clayuta. Okay, so how did you like it?
It was yummy.
Do you think it was better than panuchos?
I think it was better than panuchos, but I've only had one, so.
So Alex likes the clayutas? Is that how you pronounce it? More?
Correct us in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments how badly we're pronouncing that. Thank you for all these amazing questions, by the way. I would have never thought of a lot of them. We had fun. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Mom, I just woke up. My brain is not ready.
Anything else you want to say?